Okay, we're live.
Oh, okay. So,
We're live.
so
The
for
light's
the
on.
all right, everyone. So
Ah,
for the last,
oh
thank you
yes.
everybody for joining us
Yeah.
on the Half House. Apparently, nobody's joining.
No, 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 no. No, it's way too late. We've
We
completely
started
missed
something
the mark.
for like the past 2 hours. We were talking about going live, and we just
Yeah,
couldn't get
and
it
we
together.
couldn't go live. We were just catching up. It's been a while since we actually recorded anything.
So
If you guys haven't picked up on the little hints about snow
we
that
left
we've
we
dropped,
left clues around, letting you know that we're
like
not around right now.
yeah, like wishing everyone happy new year and all that good stuff. Yeah,
Like the beginning of March.
yeah. It's like, wait a minute, when did they film this? When did they record this? Yeah, we're still sitting on two setting you guys know we're sitting on two episodes that
Yeah,
we
they're
still have yet to
probably
get
like
out.
4 months old.
We might be talking about snow and how cold it is and our plans for Christmas. So just letting you guys know.
Yeah.
It, we,
So, so really, we did have a plan of what we were going to talk about.
yes.
Um, but we just totally went off topic,
Yeah.
as usual. Like we were talking, we were looking stuff up. We totally went off topic.
Yeah, we
You know,
did.
so just so everyone knows what we were talking about,
Yes. Let them in. Yes,
the
we're talking about yeah,
these
believe it or not.
despicable things.
Yeah, those stupid freaking cars, that have become relevant in my life because my son asked me, "Dad, how do you play Pokemon?" And I thought I knew, and I don't know, but gave me a chance. It's kind of
And
like one of those. It's kind of like one of those old man moments. It's like
yeah,
when it's what is it? It's equivalent to when you find the perfect piece of spare wood in your garage and you're like, oh my god, I can use this. It's kind of like that old man feeling. So my son was like, Dad, I want some Pokemon cards. And I was like, hold that thought. The light beam hit me and I was like,
yeah.
now is my time to nerd out with my son when it's okay. So showed him my little Pokemon card collection, right? Because I'm a nerd too. And
So I
yeah.
took that step. I took that step into nerdom. I thought I reached it when I was like really into comic books, which I still am. I'm still very much into comic books. I love comic books. Um, then it went to Pokemon, which I don't get me wrong. I collected very very few Pokemon cards in my lifetime. I could probably hold them all in one hand, and my job has some of my coworkers. They are like super into like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, and I was never, ever, ever in a million years think of ever buying any Magic the Gathering cards. And like I was telling Daniel earlier, is I went out and bought me a shit ton of Transformers
What?
Magic the Gathering cards.
That's different. That's different though, man. That's different though. Like
No,
that's
well,
it's
I
because
I
it's Transformers, right? It's Transformers. It's
well
different.
that, but then what I did was because they were talking about it and they said let's play and you know how to play and I mean I had to be honest and say of course not, I have no idea how to play the game, and
Yeah.
they're explaining it to me and I said right now you're speaking Japanese because I have no clue what you are saying to me at all. Like say it to me in normal
Yeah.
words.
Break it down, please. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
so I went out and got me like a whole set of Magic the
Cool.
Gathering. And what does this set do? I don't know. I don't know what this set does, but
All I
apparently
know
it's
is
supposed to be good. It's a good set. I'm a pair. Apparently, I'm some character. I'm a
like a
stork. I'm an animal,
you're a stork,
and
like
it's a stork.
delivering babies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, the set
Stupid.
is animal based. And dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just think it's funny
I
and it's
love that.
fun to do it.
Apparently, I'm a stork. I don't know. It's just what they called me. That's what they called me on the streets.
Yeah,
Dude, I
I'm a
love
toy.
that.
Dude, so I've been collecting Pokemon cards and Magic
Wait,
cards.
wait, way to regress.
Yeah,
Man, what
I
the?
was totally, like I said to Daniel, I was like, man, I
Ah.
remember, being in high school and those guys would, with Pokemon cards or magic cards and just walk by and just smack them out of their hands and just
Like,
like
get the
that's
fuck away
dumb,
from
you
me.
know. And
Get the fuck away
now this is what I am.
from me.
I'm buying
Do it.
these ETBs.
You know, man. It
What?
wasn't until I like
I
YouTube's a
found an
funny
old
thing.
pack. I found an
Oh,
old pack.
no, are you gonna open it online? Are you gonna open it live?
You know what?
Hold
You know
on,
what?
hold on. Is this one of them? Are we gonna about to do one of them? Guys, get ready. All of you.
Let's
This
do
might
it.
be
Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta.
a nerdgasm
Okay, look.
moment.
Here's all right. We're gonna do a nerd thing right now. Okay. I have a pack, an unopened pack of Pokemon
Oh,
cards. Surging Sparks. Okay. This is supposed to be like a really good set. Okay.
okay.
I don't know what's in it. It's totally new. So let's open it up and see what we get. Okay,
Hold
right?
on, bro. Hold on, bro. We gotta do it right. Hold on, stand by. Guys, I'm gonna get you into the big screen. All right.
All right, let's do
I'm gonna
it.
make you large and I'm gonna disappear for a sec. But I'm still here in spirit. All right,
All right,
hold
guys.
on.
So this
Let
is,
me
and if anybody is inclined to send us Pokemon cards, please do. I'll take it. This is
Hey,
actually kind of fun to do.
you
This is
know,
really stupid, and I really don't care. It's
okay,
fun.
check this out. Like, because I recently purchased and if you guys are hearing my voice out of the ether, I'm still here. But like, check this out. I search on YouTube, right, for Pokemon cards for like my son, and my son was asking all these questions. So now guess what my algorithm shows me? All these Pokemon stuff, all this Pokemon card shit,
For sure.
right? And then the shorts start changing, and I can start seeing this guy just opening packs. And then the next thing, the dude throws up the price of these freaking cars. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, man. What? And
Yeah.
it blows my mind.
And
So
I don't know where like everybody else, but where I live at right now, it's almost impossible to get any of this stuff without paying. Dude, some of these packs
stupid.
are worth $5. Okay, not a bad
Yeah.
price.
Yep.
You get 10 cards in here. Okay, you get 10 cards. These packs are $5, which is so it's not a bad price. But online and other people are selling one pack for $15.
Nuts.
$15.
You
So
know
if
what's
anybody
terrible?
has any laying around and wants to send them to us, we'll open them and yeah, whatever. If you want to, So
All right, man. Like, remember,
let's do this.
listen, if you open the pack, make sure you show the whole pack, right? We're gonna chop this up into a short. Trust me.
Okay.
And
Okay. So
and then
this is the App Files. This is App Files. We are
has
doing our
nothing to
first.
do with conspiracies or what we usually talk
There's a
about.
conspiracy because I want to see if I don't get anything in here. There's a conspiracy against the App Files. They don't give a shit. Okay.
Oh my
So this is our first what do they call it? Like
Nerdgasm.
yeah, we're about to have a nerdgasm. I hope you guys that are into this really, really enjoy and rewind and watch it over and over again. Um, this is our first. We're gonna rip this pack open. Okay, our first one,
All
right?
right,
Everyone,
do it. Make sure you have it all on camera, man. Okay.
it's gonna be all on camera. I don't know how good the lighting is gonna be, but we're gonna do our
Yeah.
best. And
Okay. Here
so,
we go. Here
okay,
we go.
I've never done it before.
Has
So
he? Oh man! And right as soon as he opens it,
open.
and it's devalued. Is it
It's
worth
yeah.
it?
Now the pack is worth nothing.
Nothing.
Um, So no, and it is actually kind of fun to open these up. So I don't know what's in them. All right. You always get one of these cards in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and you always get energy card.
Yay!
So here we go. Okay, the first card. Nothing. That guy.
Foghorn Leghorn.
And then this guy. Okay. Let's come on, guys. Let's get something good.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Wow.
Ninetales. I know that guy. And then we got this Caldwell. And then this guy.
Is it? I don't know. What is it? Is it special? I don't know.
No, that was not special. We got a couple more. Now we got a big walrus, which has a little foil on it.
Hell yes, walrus. What is it
Walrus.
called?
Walren. It's a
Walren.
Walren. And then we got the monkey thing.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay. And this is gonna be this is our special card. Ready? Ready, guys? Oh, the light went out. This is our special card. Ready? And it is
Dun, 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 dun. No.
nothing.
Tapu Koku.
Yeah.
My God.
Foil.
Wow. There you go.
And that's probably worth about $1.
Hell
So
yeah,
thanks for joining us for our first unpacking of our first.
Should have kept it sealed.
And I can't sell it.
Oh my God.
But the crazy thing is that I've bought too many packs and haven't got much out of it. So I'm not a very good pack, breaker, whatever you call them.
All right, so it's about that walrus one is about 10 cents. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
that was good. Yeah, and we did it. We did. We had a moment. Hold on, let me
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was really good. It was really good. I'm glad I was there for it. And I'm glad you had that moment of doing that. Yeah. No, so other than that's because well, hear me out. Like that's a huge thing that's taken up. Like at least my on my feed on YouTube, that's all it is. It's people opening packs, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? YouTube's fun. YouTube's funny. Like,
no, actually, at the grocery store at the Safeway by us, they have Pokemon vending machines.
What?
And yeah, there's actual Pokemon vending machines. It's just, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's this big machine, and it's a touch screen. You can scroll up and down, and it'll have and hold on, sorry guys. So it'll actually have packs, not like this, but like the one we just broke. It'll have packs like that, but it'll have packs, right? It'll have some of these little boxes in them, and sometimes it has this in them, which again, once they pop up, they're so hard to get. Well, no, because everyone goes in and gets them all, so it's so hard to get one.
They catch all the packs. You got to catch them all.
And then they have these ETBs, which are the Elite Trainer boxes. I learned that.
Way to go. Way to use the lingo.
Is expanding. Yeah. They have these, but they have different kinds. So anyway, so they go there, and people will stand there for and totally clear out the whole machine in 20 minutes.
I believe it, man. I believe it. Just because I was telling you, man, I went to go purchase some of these packs for my son because he was curious about, he wanted to buy Pokemon cards. I was like, that's not a problem. I got you. At least I thought it wasn't going to be a problem until there was none left. I was like, holy crap, man. That's just crazy. So
yeah, they're hard to find. I don't know, like I said, I don't know about anywhere else, but I hear they're hard to find. And so the machine, what it does is now, because so many people were actually waiting for the person to restock the machine, they would wait for him and watch him as he went from store to store and follow him.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So then what they did is now the machine is off and it opens randomly throughout the day.
Oh,
it'll open up at early in the morning and one time in midday and then one time at night. But you don't know what time. And it only lets you. You're only allowed to take one or two things, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They're making money hand over fist, dude.
Oh my gosh, but it's crazy. It's crazy. So,
but
that's the thing, man.
Hey, listen, I feel like every generation has its thing, right? I feel like what our parents' generation was baseball cards. or recreational drugs. I forgot which one it was.
I think it was the drugs.
Um,
Because
I think it was the
the
drugs.
baseball cards. What's crazy is like what's crazy is like the baseball cards weren't. I don't think anyone was like beating people up over baseball cards.
No,
See, people are like getting into physical fights
yeah,
over these cards,
which
and
is
they're
pretty funny.
reselling them for crazy amounts of
Stupid,
money.
stupid. Yeah, and once you get them, what I learned is that there's a term called graded and not graded, right? Well,
Yeah.
as I've fallen down this rabbit hole myself,
Yeah.
um, and it's like 20, like $20 to get something like that graded, and but once you get it graded, it's like 4 times, depending on the grade, right?
Yeah.
If it's like a 10, it's like 4 times the amount of whatever the card would be, and if
Right.
it's like a 9, it's like double,
So
maybe.
like, so this is not a graded card. So ungraded would be a raw card, right? So this is a raw Charmander or Charizard, uh, silver card, whatever it is, EX. So yeah. So it's like a.
Is it
I think it's like a
what
$10 card.
I
But if
know
you
this is
get
gonna? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. What?
Is it so? This is gonna show my nerdiness. What star color is it? If you're like, what the
Oh,
fuck does that mean? Yeah. Is it red,
no,
white, double? Like,
I can't see it.
because that's something I learned too. My son was like, Dad, make sure it's because he saw me put all like because I'm old school like that. If it's shiny, guess what? It goes into a protective sleeve, right?
So I believe this is I think this is a shiny one because it's got like the gold star on it too up here.
Oh yeah, no. By at the very
No, on the
bottom.
bottom, right.
Oh
So on
yeah.
the bottom, it's like it has a star, or it'll have like a two, or if it has three gold stars, it's like super rare. Two is like it's pretty rare. One is like it's a good card. And honestly, I can't see. It has a star, but I think it's like a black star.
Okay. So it's like part
But
of a common pack.
yeah, um, but it's a Charizard EX. I
Cool.
believe it's a shiny one because of the gold stars that are around it too.
Sweet.
Around it, there's like a couple of them. Um, But yeah, so this is a raw card. So if it's like $10 or whatever. But if you get it graded and at a 10, it goes up to like a few $100.
Which is nuts. But yeah, man. No, so that's that, man. Like for real though, like it's so
That's what
interesting to
I'm
me.
doing with my spare time.
Hey, we all have our things, man. We all have
Hey,
our things.
it's better than drugs and alcohol, I guess, you know.
Hey, listen, very true. Not by much, but definitely better a little bit.
Eh,
Uh I guys watching, there's going to be some developments. I want to take Av out here to go camping and Sasquatch hunting eventually. That's on the list of things to do.
That is on the to-do list.
That is on the to-do list once some things come down the pipeline my way. But we'll set that up a little bit later, and we'll probably talk about that in other episodes. But something that recently shook the world, maybe not the world, ah, the Egyptology community. The
Oh,
people
okay.
that are really fans of the Mummy and that franchise. Brendan Fraser, you
Brandon
guys might
Fraser.
be plugged in.
He was spotted in Egypt
Yeah,
looking through
yeah. Fans of Indiana Jones, the Mummy, Stargate. Um, Definitely pay attention because this shit could, if true, what they found in
it
Egypt
affect you.
underneath the pyramids, if true, would turn our whole shit upside down.
Yeah.
At least that chapter of history or that era, if true. You know,
Yeah,
um,
if true.
What's funny? Because I thought this when I saw this news, I thought it made waves. I mean, as soon as I saw something about it, I sent it to you right away. I was like, dude, what? What is this? And yeah, the more time passes, the more comes out about it. And it's pretty interesting, man. They found let me see if I can pull it while you talk about it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull
So,
up
all
some
right.
images.
So we heard about it. It was on Joe Rogan's podcast as well. Um, Yeah, so the guy apparently found what is it? 8 pillars,
That's crazy.
eight structures, 8 vertical aligned cylindrical structures um, underneath the pyramid. They didn't know. This is the first time they found out about this, and I mean, it's got coils wrapped around each pillar. Um, the pillars descend up. They descend beneath the surface of a depth of more than 2,100 feet. What are they used for?
Nuts.
Obviously, nobody knows.
That's nuts because first let me just say this. I didn't know that we had like technology that could ground penetrate that far. Like I just didn't think, sand and like penetrating radar or whatever it is, I didn't think it worked to that depth, right?
Right.
And so I think that's where the hiccup is, or the what is it called? The kickback is from
Mhm.
the community. It's like, it's really not out there that much, that kind of technology, or it's not used for what it's used for. I'm not sure right now. I still haven't read, and I'm not familiarized completely with the articles of what's come out. But yeah, they found these things, these massive cylindrical structures that aren't small, guys. These are like, what is two sets or two? Yeah, two sets of four or something like that. Or wait,
Yeah, they're 2 sets of 4, so
and
it's 8 of them, and there's 2 of them in each row.
let me see if I can pull up a picture here, because here you go. Let me see. I don't know what this is gonna do, so I want to click buttons because they did kind of update um, our little thing here on Restream. So let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we
Right.
can move that around.
So they have that. Um,
So yeah, so these if you can see that, guys, those cylinders underneath that pyramid, that's what they're seeing. That's what the 3D, what is it, 3D rendering from the
yeah.
images
Mhm.
is saying that they discovered, right?
Right. He said it's nothing short of mind blowing. What's been discovered is that there are huge structures coming down from the base of the pyramid deep into the bedrock. It then connects to massive internal structures deep, deep down. The pyramid itself was already a massive red flag in the ancient Egyptian historical narrative, but now with this discovery, I think it's impossible to say that the Egyptians we've been taught about built these structures. I mean, what else
Dude,
is underneath there, man?
no, and it's just like, I know that this scale is, I feel like it doesn't capture how massive this is. Like that's the one of the great pyramids, right? Like that's one of the big ones. One of the what is it, one of the three, right?
Yeah, I
It's
think it
one
is
of
the biggest. It's the biggest one.
so that right there shows you the scale of this. That way in your mind you can see it. Like this thing is huge, and these structures. So my thing is, are these, could the let's say we always have to kind of sort of play devil's advocate, right? At least me, that's how I approach things. Like, could it have been some mad elaborate thing that people used to help build the pyramids? Like, could it have been, how everyone's like, how they build the pyramids? I know that doesn't solve anything, but I thought, maybe it had something to do with that,
Hmm.
especially if it's all the way down. Maybe it hits the water table. I'm not sure, but could it have aided in the um it could it have aided in the building of the construction of the pyramid itself?
Dude, I
But
mean, anything's possible, you know?
it,
Um, he's also said it provides the most extraordinary evidence for a pre-flood era civilization that was flourishing in a way that we can scarcely comprehend. The
dude,
paper, which has not been pre-reviewed by independent experts, found 8 vertical cylinder-shaped structures extending more than 2,100 feet below the pyramid, and more unknown structures 4,000 feet deeper. There's
so
more stuff down there.
so check this out, guys. This so you see the I guess the pillars is what we're going to call them for now, right? With the
Yeah.
spiral, almost staircase looking things, because that's how big these pillars are. That those could easily be staircases. You know, not like that. It could be. This is of that scale, right? So check this out. I think this is the image with what the pillars are on. This is what they think the pillars are resting on, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and those blocks or whatever structure that is they're huge as well. These
So
things,
I wonder if those were down, if they
like a footing, like
yeah,
a fucking huge footing.
Well, what if they were like kind of like those houses that are built in like the Amazon,
Like in Fiji, like on stilts.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was water at one time.
Yo, when they built a whole fucking pyramid on top, I don't know. I mean, granted, I don't know. I mean, anything's plausible, right? But tell me why. Like, let's say in this image right here that I just had up on the screen, right? Tell me, no, not that one.
Like an airplane.
That's a different one. But no. So also, they said they discovered different rooms within this pyramid, that haven't been discovered before, right? With using that same radar. Oh, and let me just show this before I go back to all of it. Here's the radar image of the radar, right? Which means jack shit to me.
It looks like a predator.
Oh, well, your pyramid's pregnant. No. Yeah, it does look like the predator. So it's like that's what the predator sees. No, tell me why. If you take away, let's say you just take this for what it is, like take away the sand and shit, right? Tell me why that doesn't look like one of those oil rigs out in the middle of the fucking ocean.
I mean, yeah, it does. It does. When you look at it like that, it does.
Like, there's so many different things that could be it, and they say that's all the way down to the bedrock, right? They say that those things go all the way down to the bedrock, and hey, listen, we've heard different theories. I feel like in our comings and goings through the internet, through these rabbit holes that we kind of live in right now, especially on this channel, that the theory is they used ancient like vibration technology using something like that to lift the blocks and shit, right? Could that play a part because of these, that it worked like that? Could it be this energy siphon or energy, like what is it called when you like focus energy? Is it a energy weapon? Is it an energy, I don't know what it is. It's like a big ass radio tower,
right?
Like
and I mean, cannon. Are those stairs that are wrapped around those pillars, or is it like some kind of coil? I wonder if they were able to harness like electricity or like power or something.
Oh, what about what if it's like a massive like Baghdad battery?
Oh,
you know how
man.
like what if it's like one of those but just on a fucking huge scale?
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
I mean, I don't know what is in a Baghdad battery, but I know it's kind of similar, very crude.
It probably isn't good, whatever it is. He did say a press release described the findings as groundbreaking and, if true, could rewrite the history of ancient Egypt.
For sure.
Of course, independent experts have raised serious concerns about the study because, of course, they don't want to rewrite anything. They don't want to be right.
No, so that's hear me out on this. This is still a theory, obviously, until we to dig underneath the fucking pyramids, right? Which is never going to happen. But
that's a hard thing to do. I don't think
I don't think Egypt. Like, imagine the pyramid, but we just take all the sand out from underneath it just to see what's underneath it. Like, F you guys. This is like one of the last wonders of the world we have. So my thing is I can only take so much kickback from establishments that are so crooked, like the Smithsonian, these people that have been rooted in their history and regurgitation, right? That they can't see new findings or this would be a threat to them. Therefore, they shut it down quick. It's kind of like, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't like if this is my world, right? If I'm like, hey, I'm the Egyptologist and I'm the resident expert of Egypt, wouldn't you want to know if everything that you thought you knew was like a lie? Or is that like a big matrixing like pill? Like, like, do you not want to go down that route, or do you stay true to what you think you know? Because I just can't take if there's kickback in the historic community, F them. They've done nothing but hinder progress. The historic community, the historian community, those historical communities, whatever they are, those pretentious leather book bound, bow tie wearing whatevers, right? Like they don't change. So anything that's presented as new or kind of perhaps out there, I don't know. Yo, hey Gary, cheers. Hold on. We have Gary in.
We have some traction.
Yeah,
Oh man, what's up?
Gary, welcome.
Gary,
Hey,
thank you for joining us.
it's the world's biggest helter skelter. No, yeah, that's a deep footing, right? To get to bedrock. But no, I feel like it could be so much. I feel like you have to fight the powers that be to introduce change, right? And it's interesting that these things that we find nowadays at like those, well, I forgot where it is. I know we've talked about it, but those underground cities that have been popping up that we've been discovering.
Right. Yeah.
Like in the last, was it 50 years? Like there's one big site in, was it Turkey? That's all underground that could have housed tens of thousands of people, that was just kind of underneath a village. Like that's crazy. Like to think that a lot of, I would say a lot of it's coming from underneath the ground, dude. Like a lot of cities, a lot of dwellings are in the ground that are super old. So I think it's interesting, dude. I think it's fucking interesting. I think that could, if true, this could shake literally all we know, because if they were that advanced, right, and this is a civilization that they're saying is way old, like whoever built this is, if this is a man-made structure, it is so fucking old. Before what we could, it's like, what did they say, like 40,000 years old, and they think that the pyramids came like 4,500 years ago, something like that. So ancient by pyramid standards, right? So if that's like an underground fucking civilization, a lot of our pre-Egyptian civilizations somehow managed to live in caves and underground and shit like that. It's interesting. It's interesting to me. Like there's a lot of stuff that we're discovering that's leaning towards people having to lived underground for some crazy reason.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what are the reasons for people to live underground? I mean, there had to have been something bad going on.
Yeah. I was saying maybe, because let's say you go to, let's say you go to like flood. Let's say you go flood. Underground would not benefit. That would not be good. Maybe what if like solar flare, shit like that?
I mean, it could be. I mean, there could have been like a volcano that erupted and something, maybe, I don't know. Who knows what could have happened? Asteroid hit.
Gary said, you need to see Da Vinci's drawings of the pyramids. It seems to show pillars and his proportions of the structure are nailed on. I think the guy on... Oh, I have to check that. You know what? I have to check that interview out. Did you see any snippets of that, of the Rogan podcast?
I watched some of them. Yeah, I watched some of them. They was talking about it. Yeah.
I wanted to. I couldn't get around to do it. But
it is pretty interesting because they were talking about it. So in case anybody doesn't know, these pyramids consist of there's three of them. I'm not going to read the names because I will butcher the shit out of them.
Yep.
They're built 4,500 years ago on rocky plateau on the west bank of the Nile River in northern Egypt. Each was constructed in the name of a pharaoh. So each one is named after a pharaoh. The northernmost and the oldest of the group was built for one of them, also known as the Great Pyramid. This structure is the largest at 480 feet tall, 750 feet wide at its base. Massive. The
Yeah.
middle pyramid was the middle pyramid, which the team studied, and the southernmost and last built of the group, Mankori, is the southernmost and last built of the group.
Hmm.
Ufologist. This one ufologist has appeared on YouTube shows about aliens where he has discussed his more than decade-long career of studying UFO sightings in Italy. On the other hand, Bondi specialized in radar technology. Malingi. Um,
Wait, so the guy
yeah,
that conducted
it
the
says
study was a
he-
ufologist?
yeah, one of them was a ufologist, the Italian guy, I guess.
That's unfortunate.
I guess he's trying to say like how the pyramids were associated with UFOs. Well, a lot of people say that too, how the way that they're, because it's like they're built. I mean, the way they're built is it's like, how did they build it something like that long
And it's like
ago
it's
without
like so
any
precise, like to
right?
either
It's
what
so
is it like a
precise.
constellation and like
They align with the constellations perfectly. They're like off by like not even like a fraction, like less
oh
than a fraction.
yeah, it's like parallel or it's like there's something right. It's like perfectly almost like perfectly square and like perfectly like level, which is
Yeah,
nuts.
and I'm like,
Um
what tools were these guys using back then?
Definitely
Because
the wall.
I know some guys that could probably benefit from those tools because they can't
Yeah.
get anything fucking straight. Um,
Oh man. But I find it mad interesting, dude. Like it opens up everything. It really does. If this is true, it opens up literally everything. You know how we covered that story of like there's like possibly this theory of Egyptian artifacts found in the Grand Canyon,
yeah,
you know,
uh-huh.
in a massive like cave system. And I'm like, okay, if these people were building, it didn't have to be Egyptians. Because remember, also, I remember hearing this that even in the hieroglyphics, they never show pyramids being built.
Hmm.
So they never show the process of pyramids being built. So which is odd because that's like their thing. That was their shit. You know, it's like, hey, there's no bragging about how they built it, right? Which is funny. Which is funny. Um, then on top of that, like, did these people find these pyramids already built and they just kind of like did their own thing with it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something that's to me that's it's just wild because then on top of that, check this out. I feel like that's a better theory. I know that's sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like that's a better theory than these guys just built it somehow some way. Like I feel like
Yeah, they
this
didn't. They definitely built them for a purpose. There is a purpose. There's something. You know what? I'm actually looking at this one picture. I wonder. Probably not. But they almost look like springs.
oh you think that's like to keep them level? Like
Like,
to like make sure it's fucking
I,
level.
well, no, they look like shots, right, from your
Mhm.
car. So I'm wondering if they put it on there in case of maybe there was like some kind of earthquake or some kind of like shift that was going through at that time, and it kept it from. It kind of what do they call it? It's like they use them in a lot of buildings now, like earthquake
Like
protection for
earthquake
like
proof.
yeah,
But for me,
because
like
it's shot because as the ground shifts and moves around. I wonder. I mean, I don't know, but it's something there. I think they're more saying that it was for what is it?
stability.
No, not stability. It was well, hold on. Let me see if I can find it again real quick. Around, it was a vast underground city. What did I see it?
Oh, okay. So Gary says they align to the stars at a certain point in time, which is how they date them. Got it. Got it. So however long they're like, or however they calculate they're out of misalignment, at one point they were aligned, and we can track back the stars to when they were aligned and come up with a date, right? That's how we're talking. Okay,
Gary, you're awesome. 'Cause, yeah, that makes sense too.
that makes
Yeah,
sense. Because they wouldn't be aligned now. There's no way. But when they were built,
not
they
with so
probably
much
were.
of the Earth, like the ground moving, right?
Yeah.
It shifts and everything.
Yeah.
So I would assume that yeah, there's no way.
Um,
Um, the fuck did I see that at?
I just for me, man, I always have been a big believer in this iteration of humanity found these megalithic structures. Like I just feel like they weren't like the people that built them were long gone by the time this this iteration of humanity stumbled upon them.
Well,
I feel like that. I
they,
just don't.
they've said that a lot of people that started building the pyramids never got to see them finished.
The same
They
thing with the Great Wall of
did
China.
that,
Same thing with the Great Wall of China.
right?
You know.
They
Yeah.
built it, and like people that started building it, or like even throughout the time, like a lot of people didn't finish, weren't there when they were done building it. Um, he also said, along with evidence of it, there's also evidence of a thermal anomaly near the pyramid's base.
Yeah. Great.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's a pulse weapon.
Oh, here's what I saw. Okay, so Dunn, a master craftsman and engineer, proposes that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a sophisticated technological device, not just a tomb, and that it harnessed Earth's vibrational energy through harmonic resonance.
100%. I dig that. That's the planet killer that the Egyptians built to shoot at Mars to turn that red. We solved it. We saw that was our Death Star. We turned Earth into a Death Star, and that was the laser that we shot at Mars, and that's
And
how we turned
stop
it
it.
red.
Maybe that'll save us again. You know, the size dimension.
But okay, so here, like, okay, so then that's Egypt, right? That's this all Egypt. What about Mexico, and what about those crazy that shit in Peru, like in Chile, like those megalithic structures? You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm like, okay, this all has to predate us.
What was that
I,
one
I
comedian said? No, the one comedian said he said something about that. You have these pyramids, like okay, so everyone questions who built the pyramids in Egypt, right?
no one
The question who
questions.
built them, what happened, but nobody questions who built the pyramids in Mexico. I mean, Mexicans fucking did it. I mean, they
Yeah,
build everything. You just tell them, build me a wall, and they will build you a wall perfectly without any. They just, I've seen, dude, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it too. I've been on job sites and I've seen guys. We're like, hey, we need to run the ductwork along this wall. You got to go 6 feet off the wall, and you got to go straight down right here. And the guy goes like this. He looks at it. He's looking up, and he literally put his thumb like this, but he put it up, and he just squinted his eye and stood there for a minute, and goes, "All right, I got it." And we're like, "Okay,
yeah,
just do it.
bullshit. Yeah,
Get your laser, get your tape measure." He's like, "No, I got it." Not even kidding. By the end of the day, we came by, and motherfucker was straight down there, and he didn't. He just 6 feet. Okay, I'm good, and just did it.
yeah.
How he did it like that, I don't know.
I think that was Andrew Schultz that said that.
It might
That
have
had that
been.
joke. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. But you know what though? I just feel like in some of these these megalithic structures that are underwater now, like that we're just kind of sort of figuring out now, like we're finding. And I just feel like they're older than us. They're older than us right now, dude. I just don't feel like it's this first round. I don't think it's humankind's first round around this thing. I
No.
think we're on our second round on this, second or third round. Trying this rock out in space, trying out this thing called Earth. And I think we're on our like second or third iteration because there's just no fucking way. There's just no fucking way, dude.
Third, which is crazy because I mean those people that built the pyramids, the people around that time, man, they came up. They were able to build.
Yeah, my thing is we can't even replicate it now,
which is crazy.
Which is wild.
All the technology we have, like how did they build those holes that are like perfectly aligned, like on one side to the other side? Like how do you build a hole like that? And they're like, it's so smooth, it's like a laser just shot through the the wall or whatever it is. And like we don't even have tools that can do that, like to drill it out. And it's like crazy shit. I'm like we probably have tools that can do it now, but there's no tool that they had back then to shoot through,
no
10 feet of.
You would have to be able to like liquefy fucking rock at that point to get those seams the way they are, or just have like a diamond tipped everything or a fucking lightsaber, like I just don't know what they would fucking use to do that shit. So it's just, to me, that's so like enthralling to think that, for me, I don't think it was us Homo sapiens this round doing it. I think it was before. We're the result of a reset. I think this round, our DNA, this humankind, what we are right now, is like the second time around this thing. I think our predecessors, the ones that are forgotten dust in a layer of sediment, those guys probably built that shit.
Probably. No, I'm wondering, this what we're actually talking about is the Giza power plant.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're actually talking about.
Did you ever check out that dude that claimed that he could like build this massive sandstone structure and moved the whole fucking like castle to like someplace in, what was it, Florida? He like built it. He said he found out how to do it. And he built this insane castle by himself, these massive stone structures by himself, cut it out and moved all the blocks.
Damn.
And so it's like, I don't know. It's pretty unique. It's pretty interesting though, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but I feel like the more pushback the historic community gives this unearthing, right? The more I tend to believe it. Just because if it's bullshit, then you would think that community would be like, yeah, just let them figure it out. Let them just feel like dumbasses and just don't say nothing. Let them think about this and let them hang themselves with that shit. Right. If it's absolute bullshit, they'll figure it out and they'll all feel like dumbasses. But the fact that there's so much like pushback and almost immediate pushback, it's just funny to me. I just don't get that, and it's like, okay, is it the Smithsonian and a fucking Raytheon job? That's what it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. It's I don't even want to talk about
that. So that's what I'm thinking. It's just it's wild to see all this stuff and to figure out, wow, like the shit that we don't know. And the stuff that I feel like there's so much stuff that we've forgotten. There's so much stuff as a species that we've absolutely forgotten how to do. Like look at the freaking Mayans out there in the jungle looking at the stars, figuring all that shit out. I doubt it. I feel like Jose's not up there fucking looking at the stars like, I got this. Give me the chisel, give me the hammer. We're gonna figure this out. Like, no, I feel like that has to be given or taught, or it has to be, massive amount of manpower used. Construction is staggering. Imagine today, We want you all to work together to build a massive pyramid without the response of being fuck off. Yeah, right, Gary. That's funny. That's funny. Could you imagine though what it would take to build something like that right now?
No.
Like
Oh man.
there's no way. There's you know how many death waivers would have to be signed?
No.
Like I couldn't imagine that, dude.
They wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't
You
be
know,
able to do it nowadays.
there was a theory that like they filled how they built it. One of the theories was like they filled like each layer with like water to float shit in with like logs and stuff. And I'm like, that's so nuts. And then what if these things at the bottom filled that whole shit up with water to let them fill the what is it called? The whole structure up with water and float the shit in. I know that sounds stupid, but that's
No,
a theory that's out
well,
there.
because it not that it sounds stupid. I'm not gonna say that sounds stupid because it's possible. Anything's possible. We weren't there when it happened, but that's a possibility because wasn't there proof that there was water at that time around in that area? Like
I
more
know
than
that there's
now?
I apparently the Sahara was a garden, like
Right.
was lush and pretty much a oasis, right? Um, and yeah, it could have been. I don't know where their water table is. If you're like Daniel, they're in the fucking desert. Well, you dig deep enough, you're either gonna find lava or water, right?
Yeah.
like, and I don't
One or
know
the other.
how much deeper you can go with these fucking pillars. They're almost right now. Those pillars are almost a half a mile. Then you take into account the whole structure and the shit that they're saying they're finding underneath. Like then you're looking at ish a mile down, and I'm like, holy crap! A mile down is from the plateau of the Grand Canyon to the base, right near the Colorado River at the bottom. That's how far down those fucking footings or shit goes, according to these guys. That's a mile straight down.
That's crazy.
And I'm like,
Fucking nuts.
what? Like you would have people just obviously back then, you die, you're dead. Like it doesn't matter to them. You're basically mortar for the stones and shit. But like that's crazy to send someone straight down into a hole that's a mile deep back then when there's like nothing.
Right. Because like if something happens, like that's it. You're dead.
Oh yeah,
You're dead.
you're yeah. But
And
I
I
mean,
don't even
then
think people live to be like 30 years old. I think when you were 22 or something like that, like you were considered old or something. I don't think people live
yeah,
that. I think they did.
yeah, man. I think it's nuts. I think the whole thing is absolutely crazy, man. I think it's absolutely crazy. Like these projects that are just inconceivable. Like these whole things, and for me, Egypt has its own allure, this own draw to it because of how it's aligned with the stars and the planet and the magnetic north and all this kind of crazy coincidences that aren't coincidences that are just feats of engineering. Um, to me, what draws me is like if I feel like the people that set the blueprints out for the pyramids set the blueprints out for all the pyramids. I
Mhm.
feel like there was a common, hey guys, let's get together, let's take a class on pyramid building, wherever it was. Maybe it was in like Switzerland. They just grabbed everyone, like, hey guys, I want to fly you out for like a conference, a pyramid building conference. You know, um, was meant to have come from very north. Tell me that. No, man. No. There's no way, Gary. Like he was saying, Gary, that's a great point. Tell me that they moved those big ass fucking stones with logs in how many lifetimes? You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to ask. Is like right now to move that with what we have now, how long would it take? We wouldn't. It wouldn't work. It fucking wouldn't work. We'd have to build a fucking canal, like and so much shit just to get that moving, right? And I don't see it happening. It's all bullshit. They're like, oh, you could move these massive stones on sand with logs and stuff. Well, okay, is that did they deforest the whole Sahara? And is that why it's dust now? Is that why it's sand? Is because they just took out all the trees to make these, apparently all these fucking logs to move these blocks to build these 3 fucking pyramids? You know, like, because I just don't see it all adding up. There has to be a common architect in this whole thing, you know, because each place has pyramids, just they're different little flares on it.
So I think somebody also said was that like, okay, so they learned how to build the pyramids. So then from there, everybody kind of went out, you know, they went
Yeah.
traveling and they built their own pyramid style, whatever, you know. So you find pyramids in other places of the country of the world. You find them in Mexico and Guatemala and everything like that, you know.
In Mars, apparently.
Mars, apparently, yeah. Maybe they sent somebody up there.
Yeah, with this teleporter that we have right here on the screen.
Yeah,
this
maybe
this
that's
is
what that was.
Fucking Stargate right here, guys. But like that's what I'm saying. It's just it's absolutely crazy, dude. To think about that. It's mind blowing. You know, and I'm here for it though. It's just it's good to think about. Good to think about. It's just like we may not know 100% of everything, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to know fucking everything. But it's the people that claim to know everything are the people I don't trust, which are like the historic community. Because how many times are they snooping around and hiding shit and losing stuff? The amount of times the Smithsonian has been like, what is it called? Accused of losing property, accused of losing historic finds. Yeah, I don't trust them one bit. So that whole historic society, fuck them. You know, I'm sorry, man. They have to. If you're out there learning history, you have to have in the back of your mind you weren't there. Like you weren't fucking there.
Yeah,
You know,
you gotta keep an open mind. We don't know how they did it. We don't know, what tools they were using. I mean, it's just you gotta try to piece it together.
And that's wild too, Gary. Gary says there was supposed to have been cocoa leaves found in Egypt. Interesting. Well, and
really?
now see, this is my thing. Is like at one point we're all connected, right? Apparently, according to what we learned, right? I think we might have all heard the same theory, right? That at one point there's all one big landmass, right? Cool.
Yeah.
We can go with that. Cool. Then there could be that, but then how long ago was that? You know what I mean? Like, how long ago is that? Are we talking about these structures were built then by, human 1.0? Want to hear some outlandish theory that I think that I was jokingly thinking, and I was like, you know what, wouldn't it be funny if humans 1.0 got to be so advanced that we sent us into fucking space, right? And then that's the UFOs we're seeing, like, is ourselves from the past.
It could be. Hey, maybe. There you go. We can get with.
That's that. What about that? Like, that isn't that a possibility? Because isn't that how fucking I sent it to you, right? The time thing. Isn't that crazy? Like time dilution. Like
time dilution. Yeah.
Like
we could travel like light years to one star galaxy or whatever, and then we see it. We come back. If we're able to go, what is it, light speed or whatever, and come back. By the time we come back, time would have passed 4 million years. We wouldn't be able to tell anybody what we saw, anyone that we knew anyway.
That's crazy to think about.
You could on Earth would have passed 4 million years. So we go down there and come back, and it'd probably be like 10 years. But by the time we got here, to us it'd have been like 10 years. When we got back, it'd have been 4 million years.
Yeah.
And everybody that we knew on Earth would be gone.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm just like, that's pretty crazy. Pretty, it's mind blowing. It's one of those things that makes you feel like, holy shit, that's crazy to think about. It could take you crazy, 10 years.
But it's like super cool. Like, holy, like 4 million years would have passed.
And for that person, it'd be like 10 years. 10,
Yeah.
15 years in a spaceship going Mach fuck, out there,
Yeah.
you know, and then you come back like, guys, you won't believe it. Like, guys, where did the planet go? It exploded? Fuck, you know? Like, it'd be crazy. So, like, what if it's that? What if it's like, I feel like that's an interesting idea to have. But I just think that there's more to this place than meets the eye. And and that is, I don't think I don't think we know who really built this shit. I really don't think we do. I don't think we know who built pyramids and um or these megalithic structures. I just don't think. We may have an idea of who, but that's in our limited mind. That's in our limited amount of knowledge of the past and how past should work, right?
Mhm.
How we can date back our ancestors. But what the fuck if it wasn't our ancestors? What if it's like human 1.0? Like, what if it's that? Then all this shit's crazy out there. So, I'm not, and not once, guys, am I saying that it's I'm not saying that it's fucking aliens. I'm saying, what if it's just a civilization from longer ago than we could ever imagine that built these things?
Ooh, man, I don't know. I just think I find it very interesting, and I guess we have to go. There's a lot of red tape to go to get through, so we can actually explore what's inside. Right? We're not allowed to just go in there and look. We have to talk to Egypt's council
So,
members, whatever, to
so,
go in there and like look.
and they're not gonna let anyone try to undermine what the established narrative is.
Hmm.
So that's never gonna happen unless the whole establishment falls and we're in like fucking Mad Max era. We go to Mad Max, then we might get an archaeologist out there to dig under the pyramid. That's pretty much the only time where it could be feasible. But other than that, man, I just it's never happening, and it's unfortunate. Just because of the fucking the lidar in the Amazon, dude, that's blowing minds too.
Hmm.
That lidar shit in the Amazon
Well, I
that we
remember
thought
when
was
it
just,
first came out when they first like started talking about that, or you know what I mean? They
yeah,
said that, and they like, oh man, we found civilization. We found like whole villages or whatever
yeah,
in the jungle, but obviously you can't see it flying over top because the jungle took over.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and who's gonna go try? Going through the Amazon, trying to find this stuff. You'll
No one,
die.
no
Nobody.
one, no one. But yeah, no, it's just so for the longest time, I feel like I feel like that we were taught for so long the Amazon is just inhospitable.
Hmm.
Nothing's coming out of there. If there are probably little pockets of humans that live there, right? Little
Hmm.
pockets. But apparently it was a huge thriving effing thing. Like, bigger than what we were ever taught. Like a massive like it had massive infrastructure with like roads and buildings and shit that led to a common area. And it's just
Hmm.
like, it's pretty crazy that in our lifetime we've gone from Amazon being this pretty much fern gully fucking area, to it have been taken over. Like, that's taken over back from the jungle. Nature took it back over. So it's like that shit, and that's rewriting all this stuff that we're thinking about. And that this is just another chapter, right? Is the pyramid on stilts. The At one point, what if it was in the middle of a fucking ocean? It was just an oil refinery. It's an ancient oil refinery in the middle of the ocean. The ocean fucking dried up
Yeah.
and left all the sand, and that's how you got the pyramids. It's just, I there's so many fucking questions that, and you know what the thing is with these questions, we're probably never in our lifetime going to get the answers.
No, which is
And
crazy. I mean, it's interesting to like to find out what do they use for, what it actually was built for.
yeah,
What are these pyramids built for? What was the
Yeah.
purpose?
Yeah. That'd be interesting if they were all like at one point connected, like energy wise, like Tesla kind of wise, not like Musk Tesla, like Tesla, Nikolai Tesla, like using that Earth's vibrations and shit. Like, what if
Not
they were
that,
all like
not the
energy
crazy
based?
guy Tesla.
You know, what if they were all like energy based things, like conduits? Like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, that'd be nuts to think about. I mean, I find that shit so fascinating because it's so out of the realm of our reality right now. Doesn't mean it's not possible. Um, and what is it, Gary? Funny you said that, Daniel. I'm wearing my I'm not saying it was aliens, but t-shirt. I love that.
I mean,
Love that, dude. Hey,
I need that shirt because
yeah,
I'm
man.
saying aliens, but it
Yeah,
probably
man.
aliens.
You know what's funny? It's just easier to say that. Isn't that crazy? Just easier. It's the fucking aliens. Oh yeah, bet. That that solves so much. It solves so much headache to just be like, literally, it solves so much just to say aliens. Like, okay, but what if it wasn't? Then you're talking. Then you're like, oh shit. All right, let's talk about these theories. Because then it's not like, oh, that's something I have no idea about. Like, what? The first priest wrote Amazon was full of people. Later, you know what? I heard that too, Gary. I heard that too. Like, when the conquistadors came to the Amazon, it was like a bustling fucking place. And then within a matter of a generation, the rainforest had already taken it all over. Like, within a matter of I would say a generation, it just whoop took it back over, and that's how quick shit changes. Like, look at the what is it, Perry Reese maps? Is that what they're called? Like the Antarctic maps? Like the
Oh
old
yeah.
maps that show like the coastline of fucking Antarctica and wildlife in Antarctica, and like
Right.
it's just crazy. Just crazy to me, man. And to think about, like, we've had so much knowledge handed down that's been lost, aka like it's also been like burned. I think what was it? Oh my god, was it the first like great library? Was it Constantinople, Timbuktu? What was one of those places that burnt, like a big world library collection of knowledge burnt? Or different cities being sacked, all that shit gets destroyed, and it's just it's a shame to go back in time to just be a fly on the wall, and obviously learning the language, but like, to see
Right,
that
yeah.
shit, because I wouldn't know
A
a
fly on the
damn
wall. I have
thing.
no idea what they're talking about.
I'm like, yeah, it's just like, where'd I go? Like fucking Tatooine, like pretty much the same fucking thing. I don't know what I'd be doing, but yeah, it's just interesting to think about. I mean, obviously, this is stuff that's way beyond my even ability to think, but this is how, yeah, I don't know. That's where I go. I always go towards more like ancient old stuff when it comes to like megalithic structures. Neolithic, would it be Neolithic or megalithic? Neolithic. I think
I think we're Neolithic.
Yeah. I would, yeah. So because I don't know. Because yeah. But like you said, you brought up a good point. Like, look, the people building the Great Wall of China never got to see it completed.
Yeah, I mean, so many people died building it, and so many people just died.
How many years did it take? Like 1,000?
I don't even know. Honestly, off the top of my head, I have no idea.
Oh, that's right. The Gary said, what about the soil? The black earth. Pretty much their own composite. They made their own soil, apparently, which is wild. Like if you think about it, or what those are you talking? Who was it, Gary? Was it Bob? Not Bob Lazar. What was the other dude on Rogan that brought it up? Like, how the soil was organic, like it wasn't naturally forming; it was made by people.
They made their own soil
Yeah.
to what, study the structure more.
No, they made their own soil. Like the inhabitants of the Amazon, built their own soil, made their own soil. And there's a lot of fruit bearing and nut bearing trees in the Amazon, and it's all sort of like laid out or premeditated, is what people are saying. And those species of trees and fruit trees and nut trees took over.
Really?
Like those are the ones that just basically just exploded. But yeah. And I wonder, Gary, if that soil that pretty much humans terraformed the Amazon is what I would take away from that. I wonder if that plays into how massive the Amazon became or is or was, or how it got to be one of the biggest rainforest in the world. I think it is. It is the biggest, right? It is the biggest by square miles. The Amazon, I believe, it's not. It's either that or the Congo Basin, right? Is another biggest like rainforest. I forgot which one, but I think it's the Amazon is the biggest. I'm not positive. Did you know there's a rainforest in Washington State classified as a rainforest?
There's a in Washington State.
Yeah, it meets the criteria to be called a rainforest. So technically, it is a rainforest by climate.
Really?
Yeah. So technically, within the continental United States, we do have a legit rainforest.
That's
just crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's anyway. There's that, man. My God, we've talked from Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, aliens, and we got some Egypt. Golly day, dude.
Yeah. So this is our live that we we're discussing. Oh man. But we will have a new video coming out Friday, correct?
Yes, we are. No, we are going to be recording a new video on Friday. We'll probably get that out to you sooner than later. We do have 2 pre-recorded ones that we have to find a way out to. We have to find a way to get out to you guys. Just give us a mulligan on the holiday talk and the snow talk. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's so funny.
Oh, dude. By the way, speaking of mulligan, are you looking forward to the Happy Gilmore 2 movie?
You know what? I am. I have not seen the trailer for it yet. The only thing I'm worried about is it going to be another Adam Sandler movie that goes to Netflix and is just
Even
they
if
have
it
just left
does,
it alone as Happy Gilmore instead of making a new one.
Even if it does, this is going to be what his second sequel ever. I think he hasn't really made sequels
because he had that one. What is it, Grown Ups?
Yeah, I think that's his first sequel. I'm not sure. I think it is though.
Yes, this one. I feel like he's done more than that in sequels. I think, but I mean, he's done. Well, no, wait, wasn't there one? Man, I know that he's done more than just 2 sequels.
Because but I mean, if it doesn't listen, I don't know. I'm going to take it as I think it's because like we all wanted the sequel to Happy Gilmore. It should have just happened a lot sooner. It should have happened a lot sooner. Because
he's only done Adam Sandler has only done sequels to 3 of his films.
Wow. What have they been? I have no idea.
It's going to be hold on. Yeah. Okay. I guess Hotel Transylvania.
That doesn't count. Come on. No, I don't count that. Yes, I get that, but I don't count that. Okay, what else?
Murder Mystery, which co-stars Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
And then Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. All right. I mean, Grown Ups.
Grown Ups. Right. Grown Ups. That's 4.
Grown Ups, Murder Mystery, and then Happy Gilmore. I'm not counting Hotel Transylvania, dude. I'm not. I'm sorry.
I mean,
but
that technically is a sequel.
it technically is. I mean, I
It
100%
I
get
mean,
that.
it's still him in the movie, right?
How about this live action sequel? That's
You have
yeah.
grown ups. You have grown ups. Okay, not including Helter Skelter, Murder Mystery, and like that's it, really. Those two. But then,
So
what you call it? Um, Happy Gilmore.
yeah. So I mean, only three. Not
Only three.
terrible. Not terrible. I mean, Grown Ups
No,
was hilarious. I haven't seen the second one though. Maybe that's the reason.
it's not out yet, is it?
Isn't it Grown Ups 2?
Oh, Grown Ups too. I thought you meant what do you call it? Happy Gilmore.
Oh yeah, no.
Um, Speaking of movies, did you see that the cast for the new Marvel Doomsday movie, Avengers Doomsday?
Bro, I was just watching a trailer before we went live. Like how it had like all the seats. For me, I just saw that trailer. It was like all the seats, and then at the very end, we got Robert Downey Jr.
Right,
The
he's
very
going to
end
be
of it.
Doctor Doom.
That's gonna be
You
epic,
have,
dude.
so okay, so this is the cast for the new Avengers movie Doomsday that's coming out. So you have Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, who's going to be the Invisible Woman, Anthony Mackie, who plays Captain America, Sebastian Stan is Bucky. Then they're going to have Black Panther, but it's going to be played by Letitia Wright.
His sister, right?
Yeah, it's going to be his
In the
sister.
movie, his sister in the movie.
Shuri is
Yeah.
going to be the new Black Panther
Cool.
as Avenger. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. Wyatt Russell, who is U.S. agent, he was on the Disney. What is it? He's been on the TV shows, and he's going to be in the Thunderbolts movie.
Oh, cool.
So he's going to be in it. Namor is going to be in it.
Okay.
The Thing from Fantastic Four is going to be in it. Shang-Chi is going to be in it.
Yo, okay.
Yeah. Yelena Belova is going to be in it. The Black Widow. She's also in the Thunderbolts movie.
What Black Widow? Like not
she was in I guess she's taking over like the role of Black Widow since the original Black Widow's dead. She was kind of like a Black Widow or something like that.
But not her sister though. That's the Pew girl, right?
No, yeah. She was just they were like in the same program together, and she learns how to like kill people and stuff. And then they have Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
Yeah. Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Yes.
Yeah.
Good call. Wasn't he like one of the original voices for the Beast?
He wasn't like the original voices of Beast, but he was in what was it, X-Men X2 or something like that?
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Like, sorry, not the original voice of Beast, because you could go back years, like almost to the animated series. But no, I Kelsey Grammer was definitely the voice of.
He played Beast.
He played the Beast.
Yeah, that was actually him in the movie.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that was
him.
Okay. So then they're gonna have the Sentry, and then if you haven't seen the new Captain America movie, you might not know that there's a new Falcon. Danny Ramirez plays the new Falcon.
Who?
Exactly. I'm not exactly sure who he is, but he's in the new Captain America movie, and he's going to be an Avenger as the Falcon. So Anthony Mackie's was Falcon and took over Captain America, and Danny Ramirez is jumping in as the Falcon. He's the new Falcon.
Great.
And then they have the Human Torch is in it. Red Guardian.
Human Torch. Okay, be very specific. Human Torch being, are we getting back Chris Evans as a Human Torch? Is he reprising his role?
No. This is the new Fantastic Four cast.
Got it.
This is not the old Fantastic Four cast. This is the new Fantastic Four cast. Um, then they have Red Guardian,
Don't
and then
know
they
who
have
that is.
M'Baku. He was in the Black Panther movies.
Yep.
Who's going to be good? And then they're gonna have Ghost. She was in the Ant-Man movie.
Oh, the
And
one
she's
that could
gonna be in
phase.
some,
The one that
yeah, the
could
one that
phase in and out. Okay.
yeah, she's gonna be in it. Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki.
Sweet.
Patrick Stewart is back as Professor X. Ian
Fuck yeah.
McKellen is back as Magneto.
Fuck yes.
Alan Cumming is back as Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Rebecca Romaine, she
Is
took Stamos out, but she's back as Mystique. James Marsden is back as Cyclops. Channing Tatum is Gambit.
finally.
Right. He's going to be in the movie. And it's funny because
Finally.
a coworker and I were talking about this. We're like, oh, he's got to be in it. He's in it. Pedro Pascal is back, is not back, but he's going to be back as Mr. Fantastic for this movie. And then Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. And apparently that's not even the full cast because there's supposed to be more people that are going to be announced later on.
Christ, man.
If that really is it, then it is undeniably impressive lineup and a lot of characters to put the spotlight on while introducing the MCU's new big bad, Victor Von Doom, who obviously going to be Robert Downey Jr. That's going to be a crazy.
But you know what though? Listen, it's a new generation. It's a new generation's RDJ. You know, it's a whole new, like, the new people getting into this stuff, man. You know, they're like, oh, I heard he was Iron Man, right? For me, he always will be Iron Man. Actually, for me, RDJ will always and forever be Captain Lincoln Osiris. But
Dude, I love that movie. I love
that is one of the top movie for me. Okay, it makes, I mean, I bet he's gonna slay that role. I bet he's gonna absolutely slay that role as Doom. I'm gonna be very interested how they do it. I'm gonna be very interested to see how they do it because they got to do like a multiverse kind of thing to tie it all in, or something has to tie it all in. That's the part where I'm going to be interested. Like, yo, explain this man's face. Like, figure it out. Closing credits will be longer than the movie, right, Gary? Closing credits.
No, and it's true, man. The credits are probably going to be like, man, that's crazy, man.
Like 45 minutes of fucking credits.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a good movie. I'm a big Marvel fan, so I can't wait.
I wonder why they're like, is it because they think everyone's over the whole long drawn out sagas? Is that it? And we're just gonna do one and done, like with everyone, like a fucking Who's Who cast movie? Because technically, I don't think I know too many Who's Who cast that make a good movie. Like when they throw everyone in there and it hasn't been like a story that's built up, like let's say like an Avengers Endgame or an Avengers, Infinity War. Like if it hasn't built up properly, it's too many big names, and those films usually bomb. So it's going to be interesting because you have a lot of intertwined characters that are kind of that are MCU, the OGs, and new heads in new roles mixing. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that story. I think it's going to be very interesting. See how they do it, and I hope they do it right.
I'm telling you, I really this is going to be a good movie. It's going to be a good movie. There's a lot of people in it, and I think a lot of these characters are going to have minor roles. But I'm actually surprised Spider-Man's not in it.
But don't say never. Maybe
I mean,
maybe we'll get fucking Andrew Garfield back.
Oh man,
for Spider-Man, like a different one. A different, not the dude, not my dude. What's his face? The newest Spider-Man.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, not Tom Holland. Maybe we'll get an older Spider-Man.
Maybe, and I wonder if they'll have like a if they'll use Venom.
They need to. I love those movies. I love this iteration of Venom. I love how he's holding his own out there without Spider-Man. Like I absolutely love him. Like what's his name? Hardy, that
Tom
dude.
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy. Yeah.
yeah, phenomenal job at being Venom. He's a great actor in my book, man.
I know. I thought he was pretty good. I thought he was pretty good, but he always looks like he's dirty.
Yeah, it always looks like he's just pissed off.
Yeah, he just looks homeless.
Yeah.
I think he's great. He's a rapper.
Yeah, I heard that. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy too. Fucking rapper. But yeah, man. Guys, if you guys are still here, Gary, we're talking to you. Listen,
Right. Yeah.
it's just
Thank
the
you,
three of us.
everybody. Well, what we actually mean is thank you, Gary, for showing
Thank
up
you,
and
Gary.
hanging
Gary,
out with me.
you insomniac. Thank you. Because I mean, what time is it there? 7 a.m. That's
Jesus
crazy,
Christ,
man.
are you going to work?
That's
Get-
crazy,
get-
man. So you are a legend right there, man. But we will be dropping an episode, either a current one or a past one, wishing you guys a Merry Christmas. For Friday,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Friday. We should get to that soon, but yeah, I got you, Gary. I feel like that's what it is. I think honestly, I think right now for sure Disney needs a win, hard, hard, hard.
Dude,
They need a
that
win.
Marvel movie was horrible. The best part of that movie was the end credit scene. That was it. That
Yeah.
movie was. I don't even know how they made that into a movie. That should have just been
Bro,
straight to Disney Plus.
I'm just saying that as a as a franchise, not as a franchise, not Marvel. It's a shame that Marvel was bought by Disney, right? But Disney as a whole needs some money, so they need it to work on all cylinders, bro. They need to, after their fucking, anyway, that Snow White debacle is killing that company, killing it. But yeah, I hope it's good. I hope they do the right thing.
Oh, I'm guessing it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, right, Gary. You're 100% right. That killed it. She is the true MCU villain. She is the Disney, she is a DCU, Disney Cinematic Universe villain. Like, oh man.
Oh man, that was that movie bombed.
Bro, like
It's
Oppenheimer would have been amazed. Like,
he's like, wow, that was actually really good.
Rachel Ziegler was like, I haven't become death. like it's shit, dude.
How do you make a movie that's about dwarfs and not include dwarfs in the movie?
But have one. Don't they have a short person in the movie as a bandit?
When they first were doing this movie, there was like they had like videos, like as they were filming and shit like that. They were all regular sized people. There wasn't a dwarf in there.
But I thought,
and some of them were girls. They had they were all regular sized people and doing all kinds of weird shit, whatever.
Fucking bandits.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you not have a movie with dwarfs in it?
How do you just do? It's annoying because the people that want to see it and want to show that movie, like,
yeah,
people want to see that movie and show that movie to their daughters or whoever, remember that movie. They go to see it for nostalgia, not for some fucking reimagining. Like, just stick to the fucking thing.
And that girl sounded like Psycho all the whole time she's talking.
Did you say it looked like Lord Farquaad? Like, I died laughing. Once you found out she was like going to be acting right next to Gal Gadot, and Gal Gadot is like the evil. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
you know what? And I'm over her too, man.
Well, yeah, 100% over her. But in the looks department, bro. Yes, bro. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I couldn't even. I don't even like. I just can't. I can't. Anything she's in, I don't even like. I hate the Wonder Woman movies. I don't even want to look at them.
I'm not. I do enjoy her as what is it, like these cameo roles right? Not main roles. Like in what was that one with The Rock? And shit.
Oh, was it called like Red or something like that?
Yeah, so Red Notice or something like that.
Yeah,
I,
dude, I only watched it because of The Rock and what's his name, Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, me too. Well, that's why I watched it. And then she was just
I can't stand the voice. I don't like anything about her. I really
no.
can't.
But for me, I'm just like it's still no comparison though. Like casting was absolutely whack on the whole thing.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It 100. Gary, be careful. Make sure you trademark that idea before Disney takes it. Man, let's remake 101 Dalmatians with cats. Yes, pretty much. Pretty
That
much.
actually would be a funny movie. I would actually be pretty funny.
We should make it before Disney has a chance to. It's just fucking
That would actually
awesome.
be pretty hilarious to make that 101 Dalmatians and just have all cats.
It's just fucking cats. Oh, bro. Oh
That
man.
would be funny.
God, I'm pretty sure we covered everything.
I think so. I don't know, man. We've been rambling on for too long as it is.
All
But
I know is that listen, I'm gonna snip the card thing and make it a short. And
yeah,
we're gonna see what happens.
it would be so funny, man. Oh man. I'll do it again. I'll do it
Oh,
again.
you
If I
totally
get
should,
another
man.
if I get another big box, I'll do it again.
Let's see how the short does. Let's see how the
Yeah.
short does, man. Because I think that'd be fun. Granted, that's its own cult out there on the YouTubes. That's its own fucking.
Yeah. It's definitely
That's
100%.
nuts.
But it's fun and I think it's funny. And I actually don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
do
for
it.
sure, man.
Fuck it. But anyway, Gary, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks, Gary. It was great hanging out with you, Gary.
And yeah, get that movie into production like ASAP, man.
Yeah, man. Disney's coming for it. Disney's coming for it. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh my god.
But hey, until next time, everybody, Gary.
Yes.
See you guys later.